Hello and welcome to my lecture. Welcome back to my lecture on rural marketing. In our previous lecture of marketing strategies and tactics with reference to rural market, we have talked about segmenting and basis of segmentation. Today, we'll be talking about targeting and positioning. So let us start with market targeting. After segmentation, a marketer needs to evaluate each segment and decide which one to serve. Targeting involves three aspects: evaluation, selection, and coverage of segment. Now there could be many segments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could be a market is divided into 6 segments. Now it is up to marketer to either serve segment 1, 2, 3, 4, or all 6 segments. And that depends on the company's limited resources. That depends on the company's ideology and objectives. And company normally chooses a segment that it could serve the best with its current resources. The three aspects involved in market targeting: evaluation, selection, and coverage of the segment are studied as. Let us start with first one: evaluation of segment. For evaluating any segment, firm needs to have consideration about two factors. First is overall attractiveness, and second is company's objective and resource competencies. When we talk about overall attractiveness of a segment, it is not that marketers should be impressed by market size alone in rural areas. Because in rural areas, a size of a market may be big, but purchasing power of consumer may be limited. So the bigger size of market may, or a bigger size of segment may look fascinating, but actually it has people with low purchasing power. And it has been found that population engaged in non-farming activities offer higher per capita prosperity. Because people that are involved with farming activities, they earn seasonally. They don't have perennial source of income. Their income is limited. Now, those who are engaged in non-farming activities, they have better purchasing power, and this segment is more exposed to products that are new, and they also need services more readily. Another thing that company needs to consider is company's objective and resource competency. If a company's objective is to achieve long-term sustainable sales volume, By expanding its customer base or consumer base, then the company has to go to rural areas. Instead of expecting rural people to come to urban market or rural consumers to come to urban market for purchase of product and services. And companies like Asian Paint, HUL, Colgate Palmolive, they have demonstrated it significantly and they have reached to rural homes by targeting the rural markets. Smart marketers in rural areas like Hindustan Unilever initiated Project Shakti. It has been a mega rural marketing model. Next is selection of a segment. A segment can be selected by rating them on a predetermined scale, like low, medium, and high. And these predetermined scale are with respect to evaluation factors. Finally, the segment can be ranked on the basis of score obtained and a marketer may select a segment with highest score to enter a rural market because that will be the most lucrative one if a marketer may serve. Next is coverage of segment. Here, marketers have three market coverage strategies to suit their segmentation approach. These are undifferentiated, differentiated, and concentrated. Now, undifferentiated marketing. It is also known as mass marketing. In this, a firm decides to aim all its resources at entire market with one particular product. For example, Nirma or Coca-Cola, they target both urban and rural market with same product. They are using mass marketing strategy. There is one product which is available or to entire market, or the company is targeting entire market with one particular product. Next is differentiated marketing. There are several products with the company, and company is targeting one segment with a particular type of distinct product. So here, firm decides to target several segments and develop separate product or services with separate marketing mix strategies aimed at varying segment or varying group of customers. So each segment may have a different requirement and company will be targeting each segment with separate product and separate marketing mix accordingly. For example, many tractor companies have developed 50 to 30 horsepower tractor for small or marginal farmer, 50 horsepower or more tractors for large farmers. Instead of targeting same horsepower tractor to all, because the requirement may be different. Next is concentrated marketing. Here, organization concentrates its marketing effort to one particular segment only. Now, all marketing efforts of the company are targeted towards one segment that wants to serve. And due to a small number of consumers in each segment, targeting only one segment would spread marketing efforts thinly over a vast area. One thing a marketer must note, if we choose these type of concentrated marketing, we must ensure that there is an adequate return on investment. An example of concentrated marketing could be multiple brands of soap or HCl. Here, there is a table that shows you various market coverage strategy, how they will be used accordingly for differentiated, undifferentiated, differentiated, and concentrated. Now, if it is chosen according to company resource, and company resources as moderate, company goes for undifferentiated marketing. If the resources are large, it goes for differentiated. And if the resources are limited, it goes for concentrated marketing. If product variability is less, means the product is standardized, company goes for undifferentiated or mass marketing. If product variability is very high, the company goes for differentiated marketing, because each segment will be requiring completely different type of product. And if product variability is again less, then company may go for concentrated marketing. Depending on the life cycle stage of product, undifferentiated marketing is normally at introduction stage. People are unaware. Differentiated marketing is there at growth stage, and concentrated marketing activity is at maturity or even at introduction stage. Considering the factor of market variability, but if market variability is less, a standard market is there. The segments are not having such a great variation in needs, demands, and characteristics. Undifferentiated marketing will work, mass marketing will work. But if market variability is very high, one segment is totally different from other in terms of requirement, companies go for differentiated marketing. And even if market variability is high, company also go for concentrated marketing. Next is positioning. What is positioning? Positioning is the act of designing the company's offering and its image so that it occupies a distinct place in the minds of target segment. In positioning, we don't do changes in product. Normally, we want to occupy the change or a distinct place in the minds of target market. Positioning involves identifying unique feature of product, USP, as well as differences between companies offer vis-a-vis competitors offer. So this USP will differentiate companies offering from competitors offering. It involves selecting of differences that have greater competitive advantage. And it also involves communicating such advantages to target audience. For example, Himani has positioned its Sona Chandi Chawanprash on two platforms. One is healthy body and other is sharp mind. Similarly, Ghari detergent has used low price, high quality. Ghari has identified a vacuum in Indian rural market where low price, high quality cotton is there, and it has positioned its brand accordingly. Today, it has become a rural super brand, leaving behind giants like Wheel and all. Lifebuoy Active. Lifebuoy Active has positioned itself from male soap to family soap. So the people might have had an orientation towards the product accordingly to the positioning done by a marketer. Steps in choosing or implementing a positioning strategy. There are 4 steps. First is identifying the positioning concept. Second is selecting positioning concept. Third is developing positioning concept. And fourth is communicating positioning concept. So first step, identifying positioning concept. Marketer needs to understand consumers' motive behind purchasing a product. This will help a marketer to identify positioning theme. Positioning can be done on the basis of product differentiation, service differentiation, people differentiation, or image differentiation. The understanding of motive is behind purchase of a product is very important in positioning and determining or identifying positioning theme. Product differentiation. A product could be differentiated on the basis of attributes like design, features, durability, and quality. For example, Coke has introduced Chota Coke in rural areas for rupees 5. It has introduced Chota Coke for rupees 5 in rural areas because of the purchasing power, purchasing capacity of the rural people is comparatively less. They can't afford high price product and they have to compete with local brands of soft drinks also that are comparatively cheap. Then Hero Honda came out with low price Dawn model of motorcycle for rural buyers. Another example could be of Misbah and Babool toothpaste. They have positioned themselves as herbal toothpaste because products with natural feel are preferred more in rural areas, and it has been found that the products which gives natural feeling are being preferred in rural areas, and that is why Miswak and Bubble toothpaste has positioned themselves as a herbal version. Then service differentiation. Service may be differentiated with respect to delivery, installation, and maintenance. Some examples of service differentiation include long warranty, free service coupons, 24-hour service, emergency care, and etc. Let us take an example of Reliant. It is a private LPG company when pitted against three well-established public sector units like IOCL, Indian Oil Corporation Limited, BPCL, Bharat Petroleum, and HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. It has created service differentiation on the basis of its distribution and better refilling facility. So this is the service differentiation that Reliance has done. The next is people differentiation. People who are widely respected and admired by consumers help in differentiating product image in consumers' mind. For example, the actors like Amir Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, they are more admired in rural areas. Endorsement of Coca-Cola by Amir Khan dressed as villager, or of Sona Chandi Chavanprash by Shah Rukh Khan has helped in building product image and has pushed up the product sales. Image differentiation. Image is built by advertisement. It could be built by symbols, logos, signs, color, or general reputation of the company. Now, positive image of a brand helps company to win its customer. An example of this could be Patanjali. They have been communicating as Swadeshi brand, and people have had a Patanjali image as a Swadeshi brand company. The products of Patanjali are considered to be Swadeshi. And with the feeling of patriotism, the people are preferring more of the Patanjali product. Next is selecting the positioning concept. There are few factors that should be considered while positioning a brand. These are attractiveness, distinctiveness, preemptive, affordability, and communicability. Attractiveness means does it provides value to the customer? Does the product provides value to the customer? The image of the product will be set accordingly, and customer will be thinking this is a product of great value. Distinctiveness, is it different from that of competitor? If the customers are able to make their differentiation, yes, your product, a company product is different from that of competitor's product, they will be having a positive image of that kind. Preemptive, it means that product should be difficult for the competitors to copy. Affordability, can a buyer pay for it? If the product of the company is always high, people think, even though company may have introduced a new product, people think that this company product will be a high cost product. So affordability, communicability. Can product differentiation be clearly expressed, or is differentiation visible? And developing the concept involves deciding which positioning to promote and deciding how many ideas a differentiation to promote. The third, this these two will be covered in this step 4. Third is developing positioning concept. After selecting the positioning strategy, market needs to develop positioning concept that can be properly addressed the same target market effectively. The concept should be such that it is address the same target market effectively. And last, fourth step is communicating the positioning concept. An effective communication clarifies the target market, its value position, and it includes deciding which positioning to promote and deciding how many ideas and differentiation to promote. While deciding which positioning to promote for rural areas, positioning statement should be based on generic benefit of the product. For example, Sprite. They position themselves Sprite बुझाए only प्यास बाकी सब बकवास. Or Coca-Cola. They have positioned themselves as ठंडा मतलब Coca-Cola. This is the generic benefit that they have expressed. While deciding on how many ideas or differentiation to promote, positioning of 2 or 3 ideas would be better proposition as rural consumer would think they are getting more value for their money. But by doing this, marketer must ensure that a statement position must be consistent. So this was all for today. We'll be back with another lecture on rural marketing. Till then, thank you.